The band Being Ordinary lacks definition, which is Bold SA, is a female trio band from Soweto, South Africa, renowned for their captivating blend of music that reflects their unique stories and experiences. Comprising 3 dynamic artists, the band has carved out a space for themselves in the South African music scene, often using their platform to address themes of identity, empowerment and resilience. Bold SA joins us now for more. Ladies, a very good morning. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
All right, King, I'm going to start with you.
Yes,
what
please.
inspired you to form Bold SA, and what's in the name? I quite like the acronym Bold SA because it represents being ordinary lacks definition. That on its own is a very captivating message.
Exactly. It's an acronym and it's also a word
Yes.
that inspires being bold. I mean, how we came about was like identifying each other in an area that wasn't familiar with female musicians, especially because sometimes you get, feel excluded from the whole scene. So meeting each other, we were like inspired to just work together. Like, what can we produce as females in a band? Because that was still a far-fetched idea until we saw each other in life. So it was like, okay, we can actually do this.
Let's do this.
Yes.
Yeah. Tamsila, and she also mentioned some of the challenges which had to do with not being recognized as a female musician. So what kind of challenges have you encountered, and how did you counter those challenges?
Most of the time it's not easy to get gigs. They don't take us seriously most of the time because we're females. People feel like we don't deserve some things because we're females.
But it doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense because why can't people just focus on what you can do, on your abilities, rather than who you are? It really doesn't make sense. So can you share a memorable moment for you, Noxie, since you started, and some of the highlights of your journey?
I think for me was when we started, we obviously started getting gigs. And we started playing in one of the most biggest festivals as well, and people actually, enjoyed our music, and they actually received our music quite well. And because we're versatile, and we were able to, attract different audience. And I actually like the fact that people actually received our music well. It wasn't that's what one thing that I Smoking Dragon and different.
Can imagine.
Put us on,
So
for
that's
those
when
who
I was
haven't
like,
heard you as yet, how would you classify your genre?
I mean, we experimentalists, we are gender blenders, genre benders, so we just go all in, I mean, there's not just, for us at least.
So you don't box yourself in a particular genre?
Exactly. I think you can. What you see is what you get, you know. Anything could happen. So we just listen to everything. We were inspired by our music from our families, growing up, of course, the jazz scene, which is quite popular in South Africa. But that's also not what we're about. We're young, we're fresh, we have more to say, we're inspired, but let's use it and express ourselves differently.
So basically, we just have to listen to you to understand where you fit. And how have your personal experiences, influenced the themes of your music and the lyrical content?
Okay, for me, well, there's songs like, okay, I'm not going to say King Man. I don't know why that came first. That's like a 420 song. But then, to keep it PG, I'd say music such as Bubblegum, there's Carlo, which one of the songs that we're actually going to have a chance to perform, I believe.
Yes.
So, which is about gender-based violence. Well, it's a petition, honestly, because it's still a scourge in our country. And somehow we need to remind our fellow citizens that we are also human,
Absolutely.
I think sibadala sonke masikhulumeni, into emosha ngomlomo iyalungiswa ngomlomo. So there's no need to hit umuntu omdala, there's no child abuse, but just in terms of gender-based violence, let's talk masikhulumeni.
Yeah. And I think it forms the cornerstone of your music. Like every artist should have that as the backdrop of their music. Let's talk, let's communicate. And having said that, Tembi, what role do you think community engagement plays in your music?
It plays a huge role because we're part of the community as well.
Yeah. And how has your music been received in your community compared to the broader sphere of South Africa?
No, they've been receiving it quite well here. They have, because we also do our own individual things as well, She's an artist on her own. My own music is also being received quite well. So, for me, so far, so good. We're getting there slowly but surely. So far, we're receiving quite good comments about our music and my own personal music as well.
And King, how do you see this band evolving? Any exciting direction that the band, is likely to take, in terms of just making you, ensuring that you grow as a band and as a brand?
I mean, as a band and as a brand, there's so much potential. There's nothing like us, first of all. I don't think you've seen, I don't know if there's ever been like a full female band on stage. But also, I think what we want to do is really change the scene, like from just not because we're females, but we're musicians, We have the potential to build, we have the potential to be great as well, Stop hiding behind the shadows, Usually when we work, we want to work with females as well. Usually they have a setup by females, on camera, sound engineering. We're just building that community. So, I mean, if and you're a female and you want to do your thing, I mean, we're out here, we're doing it. Times have changed a lot, so we need to stop holding ourselves back and just, I'd say, watch the space.
And I quite like the fact that you guys are changing the narrative when it comes to, being a dominant force in the music industry.
Yes.
Lovely chatting to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Great stuff. That was Bold SA members Ketiwe King Dlalose Kubega, Noxolo Noxin Sibande and Tembisile Mteto talking to us about the musical journey and what they're currently working on.